Hi, good morning. This is Elizabeth. I've decided to vlog as I walk and to talk informally about myself and about the importance of taking care of your mind, body, and soul. I want to share some things with you that are a little bit personal, and I won't go into great detail because I am on the internet. However, I wanted to talk to you about some changes in my life. I've reinvented myself in the last couple of months, and the catalyst of that was two things. I lost a dear friend of mine who I had known for 32 years. She died suddenly of pulmonary embolism. She had a blood clot in her lungs, and she died quickly. And it was shocking. It was shocking to me and to my family, and it has forever changed my life. And because of her, I am wearing an afro, which is a tribute to her. Her name is Marietta. I won't get into her last name, but she was sweet, sweet, sweet woman, and she always encouraged me with writing. When I started doing my first book, which was in the 90s, and it was a manuscript that I Xeroxed and bound together with Staples' help and sold it to the independent bookstores. And it was 8.5 by 11 with a Xerox cover, and it was very amateuristic, but my community, the black bookstores, supported me, and as a result of that, it gave me more encouragement to write more books. So Marietta, I love you, I miss you, my heart is broken, but even in your death, you inspire me to run after the things that I want and to pursue my dreams. And you're always in my heart. And as I said, the afro is a tribute to you, Retta, because you were young in the 70s, and you were sporting the afro, and you were cute as hell. So back to talking about health of a writer and why it's important to take care of your mind, your body, and your soul. So as I was saying, it is important to have a good feeling about yourself, to feel confidence in your everyday life, and it'll transfer over into your writing. I would never have worn this afro if it hadn't been for my best friend, but wearing it has opened my eyes to the beauty of African American hair, to the beauty of brown skin. And this is not a promo or a pro afro video. It is just saying that we as individuals need to be comfortable in our skin, whatever our nationality is. We need to appreciate the uniqueness of us. And the responses I've gotten through wearing the afro are amazing. People are stunned when they see me. They are thrown back to the 70s. I get all kinds of high fives, and it just makes me realize that the African American culture and the African culture is just something that people admire, and they admire our skin, our look, our attitude, our love of music. And it's nice to know that. It's nice to be reminded of that in America, where sometimes you encounter racism and other forms of societal neglect. So back to writing again. I reinvented myself as a result of my girlfriend's death, and I lost 33 pounds. It wasn't intentional, but through going to the gym and changing the way I eat, and feeling more confident about me as a woman, and not giving up on life because I am 55 years old, but realizing that life goes on regardless of how old you are. You have only one life to live, and you should live it to the best of your ability. You got one shot. This is it. Age has nothing to do with it. It's all about wellness, taking care of your body, eating properly, eating a balanced diet that suits you. It doesn't have to be perfect, and we can slack at times on the diet, but just knowing that what we put into our body is important, and it affects how we feel and how we think. Rest is important. Trying to get proper sleep. I work 3 jobs, or I have worked 3 jobs. Now I'm only working one. Hahnemann Hospital, which is an institution that's been around for over 100 years, is closing. And that was a job that I had as per diem. So as of August the 25th, I will no longer be employed there. It's a shame that the hospital is closing. I am stunned. A lot of people are going to be out of work. It's going to cause the other hospitals to absorb those patients, and so it's going to be an inconvenience for the patients. It's just devastating that such a beautiful institution is closing. But back to my working habits. I worked at this hospital, and it's closing, as I said. I also worked at a grocery store for about 7 years. So my life is just work, right, and take care of my family. I have 4 adult children, and I put them through Catholic school, and that required working multiple jobs. So that's a little bit about myself and my work ethic, and I'm realizing that you can't just work your life away. You need to take time for you and to enjoy life. So part of my reinvention was to not get a second job once I'm officially unemployed from Hahnemann University Hospital, but to instead focus on writing, focus on producing more content quickly, and content that people will appreciate, and that should generate additional income. And that is why, if you looked at some of my previous videos, you'll understand that I decided to create a line specific to Amazon. I want to get into their Kindle Unlimited program, and in order to do that, you have to have exclusive content that is only published on their website and nowhere else. So I've decided to create the Bad Boys of Medicine. And so I'm working on that cover and that concept now. And in a future video, I'll talk to you about my thought process and what I do in order to prepare for a new series. I also want to talk about hobbies, things that you do that inspire you, that make you take time to breathe and to live and to love. I want to become a polyglot. And a polyglot is a person that speaks multiple languages. And when I say multiple, I mean more than 4, more than 5. So currently I'm learning Spanish. ¿Cómo estás? Hola. Me siento feliz. So my Spanish is, I'm a little nervous, and my Spanish is a little, is rudimentary. But just to give you an example of what I'm striving for, language makes me happy. For some reason, I get excited about it. I remember when I was a little girl, I was at a hospital with my aunt who raised me, and I saw an African-American man looking into a book, and he was studying this book intently. And I was shocked to discover that you can learn a language through a book. That thought was amazing to me. And then to take it a step further, I found that you can learn just about anything through a book. And now with the internet, you have books, you have the library, which is my best friend. So you can teach yourself, you can self-educate if you like. So as I said, I want to become a polyglot, and I want to go back to community college to continue taking courses in drawing. I want to create a romantic graphic novel and do the illustrations and the story myself, and put that out there. When I was younger, I was going to major in art and in drawing, but I went to a vocational school, and I was informed that you're not going to be able to get a job doing art, so you should take something else. So I majored in business, and I don't regret that. I type 60 words a minute. I learned shorthand. I learned so much about business and about conducting yourself in a business-like manner, speech. All that I learned through my school, which has closed now. It's Bach Area Vocational High School, and it's in South Philly. It was 8th and Mifflin, and it's a shame that vocational school no longer exists. Its sister school, Dobbins, still does, but I learned so much from that school, and I don't regret it. So in giving up pursuing art when I was in high school, I did that, but now I'm going back to my first love, which is writing and illustration. So these are some of the hobbies that make me happy. I don't know what would make you happy, but take a moment, consider the hobbies, the things that you want to do, and pursue some of them. Maybe not all, maybe once a week, once a month, but something that gets you out of yourself, gets you out of your work mode, something that makes you smile and gives you joy. Another thing I want to talk about is things that are important, or people that are important to me. I was listening to an actor, and I don't recall his name right now because I'm a little nervous, but he has a YouTube video, and I'll tell you about it later. At a commencement speech, he talked about his name, Matthew McConaughey. He did a commencement speech at a college, and I recommend that you go to YouTube and find it. And he talked about the things that were important to him and maintaining a balance. Like, he didn't want any of those things to be neglected. So for him, it was family, it was his wife, it was his career, and it was his friends. Those were the things that he kept monitoring to make sure that they were always in the green and never in the red. So for me, family is important. So I want to always maintain a good relationship with my kids and family, and to always try include them in the things that I'm doing, and to take a moment to see what's going on in their life. God is definitely important. He's the one that keeps me grounded. He's the one that he softens my heart when I'm angry. He comforts me when things seem really hard, like with my best friend's death. My coworkers help pay. Well, they actually, between my coworkers and my boss, they encouraged me and helped me to attend my girlfriend's funeral, and I am so thankful for all of them, because if I hadn't said goodbye to her, it would have broke my heart. I thought I was strong enough to deal with the death, but without going to her funeral, because she was buried in South Carolina. But through the kindness of my coworkers and my bosses, I was able to attend her funeral, and I have some sort of closure. Yes, it hurts, but with God and friends and family, I'm able to not move on, but I'm able to deal with it. And then, as I said, she has given me so much in her death. I've reinvented myself. I went out and bought a whole new wardrobe. I care about my appearance, which maybe 5 months ago I didn't so much. I started noticing the opposite sex, and men are just amazing creatures. Thank you, God, for creating them. But back to writing and what I'm here for. I said that family, friends, you need to figure out what's important to you and to maintain those relationships. And that will help you to be a well-rounded person as well as a happy person. I also want to talk about exercise. I go to the gym 3 times a week during my lunch hour, and I do this not because I have to, not because I feel forced to, but I actually enjoy it. I have my music loud, I drown in my music, and I listen to Vietnamese music, which is pop music, which was recommended to me by a co-worker at Hanneman, and I love it. So I blast the music, I go in there, and for 30 minutes I exercise, and I am drowning in music and lost to the outside world. And when I come out, I feel invigorated, I feel ready to go back to work, and I'm productive. So I'm going to conclude this video by saying that writing is important, but being happy and fit and taking care of yourself, mind, body, and soul, are also important. I hope this video has been helpful. It's a little on the move, as I said, but I don't mind trying new things and taking a chance. So I hope it's been helpful to you. I hope you learned a little bit about me, and please follow me on social media. Elizabeth Griffin Gore on Facebook, and Elizabeth Griffin on Facebook. I have 3 Facebook accounts. Also, Instagram, E Griffin Gore. You can find me there, or on Twitter at The Scrub Series. Also, I have a pen name, E.F. Griffin, for my salacious writing. So check that out if you will. My books and audios are everywhere. Ebooks and audios are sold. Thank you again. Love, take care, and until the next video, bye-bye.